Hey guys, how are you? It's Jean Watts. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all your support. I'm going to start off this video with the sponsor. It is the OG, it's the legend. It is a company that I grew up on my entire life, and it is Nordstrom. Nordstrom Beauty has an amazing wide collection of clean beauty and all other beautiful makeup brands. Nordstrom makes it so easy to, obviously, like, there's Nordstroms everywhere, but if you're an online shopper like me, it makes it really easy to online shop, and you can buy something, free shipping, free returns. You can buy something and pick it up in stores that day or the next day or whenever it's convenient for you. So cool to do something with Nordstrom's. Love Nordstrom's. So I'm gonna show you some little finds, or awesome finds, show you how I do this look real quick. And then after this, I'm gonna show you guys a cooking video with me and Father Watts. So, and it's just gonna be the start of it. We're gonna keep doing more of these, but he was visiting me, and so I wanted to get a video done real quick. So first, I'm gonna start off with one of their clean beauty products, and it's Kosas. It's their new, what's this called? Vegan Collagen Spray-On Serum. And I started with the eyes because I mainly want to show you guys the face and the lips. By the way, I'm about to use Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter in 3 in Fair. So as you guys know, obviously I love makeup and I love trying products and all that stuff, but there's always been a really guilty thing that, because I do love this planet, just of all the waste that goes with it. And I also sadly found out that only like 9% of recycling actually gets recycled, which is really depressing. So it's like, how can we like fix it, you know, as much as we can? You know, you can do recycling at home. But one thing that Nordstrom is doing that I didn't know that they were, that I'm so happy about, is they are accepting like a huge variety of empty cosmetic containers. So all you gotta do is just take your empty containers, whatever it is, and just like go to your local Nordstrom department. Pause. I am now using Kosas Skin Improving Foundation with SPF 25, and this is in shade 190. But all you gotta do is just go to your local Nordstrom's, and there are bins in the beauty section where you can drop off all of your empty products. And now I'm using Kosas Concealer in 03W. This is another clean beauty product. But when you return your products in the bins, they clean them out and they aim to reuse them, which I think is so amazing. Okay, now I'm going in with Charlotte Tilbury's Contour Wand in Fair Medium. But I think that is one of the greatest things that we could do in the beauty industry, is figure out a way, you know, because I do understand, you know, these companies, that's their livelihood. That's how people are paying for their families and their life. So it's figuring out a way to do it the smartest way. And when I mean smartest for the world and the future of our children. So I'm absolutely obsessed with that idea. I will be collecting all of my containers. I will post about it when I do it. And I'm gonna go to Nordstrom's and I'm gonna drop it off in the bins. I think that's so cool. They are aiming to recycle 100 tons of empty beauty containers by 2025. And considering how much products are out there, that hopefully is met. But we're gonna need your help. I'm in it too. And honestly, I'm so pumped that I get to work with Nordstrom. I'm telling you guys about it because, no joke, I've even talked to my manager about like how to not be so wasteful, but also live our lives. So if we can reuse our products, reuse our containers and try to get on a zero waste beauty routine. I love that. Ooh, this is getting crazy. I don't know why it's so hard for me to talk and do my makeup. It's a lot of thinking and a lot of focusing and a lot of multitasking. Multitasking. Yeah, no, that's what I said. So one of the other greatest things about Nordstrom's is they have a huge and a nice variety of clean beauty. Hold on, I'm gonna pause. And clean beauty is cosmetics that doesn't have any harmful chemicals, so they carry a wide variety of really good clean beauty. Now I'm going in with Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat Lip Liner in Hollywood Honey. And I found this to be such a beautiful fall color. Okay, to end this look, I am going to use Kosas Lip Oil in Malibu. I think this is really pretty. Okay, that's it for this look. Now to my cooking video here with my dad.
Hello, everybody.
For my last avocado toast, you guys have heard me talk about the Watt sauce. So my dad is going to show you one of his special recipes of guacamole from his cookbook, Watt's Cooking. Dad, what do you have here?
Well, we have from this recipe, using from what you've done before, avocados, and we have all fresh ingredients, and the main ingredient is the Watt sauce. Four-generation family recipe. Gene's great-grandfather created this in the 1930s, and this is a base to all of our products that we make. But today we're going to take 3 avocados along with certain types of other vegetables and seasonings, and we're going to make a wonderful avocado guacamole.
Yeah!
All our fans are outside waiting, just banging on the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with the seasonings. And the best practice for cooking, I'm sure most of you know this, is set everything up with your equipment, get all the ingredients out, and so that you don't have to run around and waste time. First of all, we're going to start off with my handcrafted spicy seasoned salt. And we put a full teaspoon of this to start off with.
It's so good.
It goes in
So how do you
everything.
make it?
Well, it's a recipe that's in the book that you could actually make on your own, but it does have everything from garlic salt, onion powder, smoked paprika, to name a few. But the key to all of our seasonings, we have dehydrated peppers that we make from our pepper batches of our hot sauces. So the next is a half a teaspoon of chili powder. Chili powder is a really good spice. My favorite is smoked paprika.
I love anything smoked.
Yes, that is really good. So we'll get a quarter teaspoon of that. Even if you go a little bit more, it's good. And then the rest we have is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So we have cumin.
That's it?
Yeah, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And coriander, ground coriander. Sugar. Nice, good little white sugar. Black pepper. Once again, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Now, if you do double batches, you can, of course, increase the measurements of these, and then some table salt. There you go.
Okay, so we got the seasoning done. Now we're gonna cut up all of this goodness. Okay.
Alrighty.
So what should I do?
Well, why don't you start with the avocados? I'll start with the celery and the single green onion. Most people look at celery and guacamole. Wow. Done right, it adds an extra freshness to it. So always try to get an avocado that's not overly ripe.
So when did you know that you loved to cook?
Well, it was a necessity in college. We were all poor at that time and try to be very creative on what we could make to eat, stay alive. That's why the Watt sauce is a key thing. To all my roommates, we lived on the sauce with saltine crackers, chips. But as time went on, mostly when you get married, you start having a family, you start learning how to cook more. So I'm gonna add the green onion to that.
How much green onion?
It's one regular size green onion. But cooking is like anything else. It's like being an artist.
It is. It's like arts and crafts.
Yep. You come up with new recipes. And that's how the cookbook came about. The Watt sauce being a 4th-generation recipe. My dad grew up with it. Jane's grandfather and I grew up with it. And they grew up with it. So by the time all the kids were in high school, they wouldn't eat their broccoli unless they had Watt sauce on it. So it became a family joke. Oh, the Watt sauce goes in everything. Well, as years go on, we started documenting some of these cuisines they would put the Watt sauce in or on, and then next thing you know, we have 65 recipes that we share with our customers, and this is one of them.
When did you make this recipe?
A few years ago. We have like a good salsa recipe, hummus, and this just came up. Oh, avocado, and it really does taste well with all these different types of flavors going on, and of course the Watt sauce. Not in the recipe is red wine vinegar, but I found out when you ever cook with fresh lime, put a dash of red wine vinegar in with the recipe, and for some reason they really interact well together. So this is how I do my onions. And depending on how much you
it like that.
Yeah, so this way, instead of taking time and using a tool to dice, and then you gotta clean up later, just kind of make slits, and then you can get really good fine dice.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, so that's really good. So a half a red onion, a half a bell pepper. Okay, that's the onion. Now we're gonna go with the, I already prepared the bell pepper. Get that, a half a bell pepper.
What's your favorite meal if you pick one?
My favorite, that's kind of hard to say. There's, so because of the Watt sauce, we constantly are looking to experiment, coming up with new recipes to use the Watt sauce so we can share them with the Watt sauce enthusiasts out there. So having said that, my grandfather created it as a barbecue sauce back in the 30s. So one of the best recipes that we do that I like to cook is barbecue chicken. And that's a great, easy recipe. You use the Watt sauce to marinate the meat first. Then you use Watt sauce and butter to actually base it as it cooks. And then at the end, you put Watt sauce straight up. A minute before on each side, before you serve it. It's perfect.
Nice.
But what I like to cook, I like to make plant linguine.
These peppers here, my sister grew in her garden. So.
And they're really tasty.
Shishito peppers, jalapeno peppers. Is it jalapeno peppers? This is it. What is it?
And she won a major award.
Yeah,
for her garden.
She actually won second place in a garden contest that she never
even entered.
Yeah.
They
That's how
did. People
good it
loved
is,
it so
yeah.
much. They were like, "You won!"
Yeah. We have to give the winner to somebody who entered.
I'm gonna do one clove garlic. So now the garlic is taken care of. We want to take a whole tomato and dice that up as well. But yeah, cooking is like playing the piano. You start, the more you do it, the better you get. Next thing you know, you're writing music, you're making new recipes.
My dad's an amazing pianist.
Just like G.
Not as good as you, but I can play it.
I've had a little bit more practice.
Yeah. That's actually one thing that I tell a lot of people when I was younger. He would try to get me to do lessons. And I was like, no, I don't need lessons. I can play already. And he's like, you're going to regret it. And now I regret it because I can't do music that I can't play by ear, but I really wish I could.
You could actually read music. I taught you
I mean,
the basics.
I could look at a scale and know like what it is, but I can't like
Sight
really
read.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
sight
start
read.
doing it.
Sight reading takes a lot of practice. But you have a really good ear and you write a lot of good music. So now we have the tomato is done. So put that in mixture. Now why don't you take that seasoning and put it over it, get it positioned off. So we use fresh cilantro and fresh parsley, but we need 3 tablespoons of white sauce as well as cilantro. Mom does it different, but I do it this way. I take them off the stems, and then you roll up in a little ball and you just chop it up. So what are other recipes you're thinking about making a video about?
I had a few ones that I was kind of going back and forth on. One of them is Danny's favorite dish that I make. It's lemon chicken.
Ooh, you do have
Yeah.
a good recipe.
And I have 2 different recipes. I have like a healthy version and I have a not so healthy version. So when people come over, I try to make the not so healthy one because it tastes the best. It just has more butter in it, but everyone likes my lemon chicken, so I might do that one. Another one that I want to do for the white sauce is meatloaf.
Oh.
I love making meatloaf, and I use the white sauce as, what is it, like a glaze? Or?
Well,
do you
it's
call
an ingredient in the meat itself, but it's a
Yeah, but I also like glaze.
yeah, it's a sauce.
Yeah.
It's
It's so good.
It's made for definitely not only for chicken and pork, and but meatloaf is. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I made it one time with the white sauce, and actually a couple times. It is so good. We had some friends over, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." I'm like, "But Dad's hot sauce is in it." Grandma and Grandpa owned a restaurant, right?
Yes, they have actually a chain of fast food restaurants in northern Illinois.
What was the name of it again?
Bear and the Beef.
Bear and the Beef.
Bear and the Beef. That was McHenry's first fast food restaurant. Then they built 2 more before they decided to retire. They sold them. But I grew up in restaurants, so
Do you think that's why you're a good cook?
it might be a little bit of it. My dad was a big, really a big griller. So he was so into it. And once again, using the white sauce for the grilling, he would roast pigs, full pigs, for 4 days. He had a specially built rotisserie that could do 2 pigs at once with hickory smoke, slowly cooking them, but he would base it with the white sauce. So he would have a lot of weekend parties with his clients and friends, and he would spend 4 days cooking up his food. So I saw how he cooked. All right, so this is about probably a little bit more than 3 tablespoons of cilantro. Okay, so what we want to do next is the liquid, which it calls for a half a lime. Depending on, usually you get a tablespoon per, or maybe a little bit more depending the size of the lime. But this is, let's see what we got here. Yeah, so that's about almost 2 tablespoons. So that could be enough. Now we'll put a splash of red wine vinegar. Yeah, so that'll add a little freshness to it. And then we want 3 tablespoons of white sauce. Now my favorite out of all our products is the megawatts, which has a nice little kick to it. That's the way white sauce should have been done 80 years ago, in my opinion. About 3 3 tablespoons of Watts. There you go. Now, we could always add in more lime if for some reason it tastes that way. It's same with the cilantro, even garlic. I brought another clove just in case. So you want to mix it up.
Sure.
And then we want it to at least sit for an hour, if not a couple hours in the refrigerator to blend.
Got it. Okay, so I got our tortilla chips. Now we're gonna try it.
Yay, thank you.
Yay. Cheers.
Cheers. It better be good.
That's really good. Holy cow.
And when it sits, it'll blend in a lot better
Oh,
than
I
you can
can
tell.
really good the way it is. I'm so hungry.
You guys want to help?
Yeah, you're gonna share that.
Want to try it? Yeah, now this is a Watts mess.
I like the celery. Me too. When he said celery, I'm like, celery? Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna put a link to my dad's cookbook. It's available on Amazon. But yeah, I'll put a link to all of the Watts sauce products that we used today, along with the link to the website if you guys want to try them out. They're really good. And okay, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, do that inner work, and I will see you guys next week.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye, Gene.